Welcome to BDJ Daily Torah, a service of B'nai David Judaic Congregation in Los Angeles. Here is Senior Rabbi Yosef Kanefsky.
So last night we began talking about the development of liturgy around the taking out of the Torah, which in Talmudic times may very well simply have been an act that was purely technical in nature and didn't have any liturgy accompanying it at all. And we have some modest beginnings in Masechet Sofrim, by Ibn Soharom, for example. But really, not a whole lot more than that. Oh, I'm sorry. And of course, In Kamocha is also Masechet Sofrim. But not a whole lot more than that until the 16th century. What happens in the 16th century? In the 16th century, people begin to seize upon a passage that's found in the Zohar, which includes a statement attributed to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai that reads, "Kasher motziim Sefer Torah b'tzibur likrovo," that when we take the Sefer Torah out publicly to read from it, "Niftachim sha'arei harachamim shebashamayim," the gates of mercy are opened in heaven, and it is a particularly auspicious time to pray for things that are important to us. Later on, in that very same passage in the Zohar, lo and behold, you find the entire Brich Shmei paragraph that we all recognize from our Sidurim. And in the Nativ Bina, one of Alex's favorite Svarim, he quotes the liturgy scholar Berliner, who is one of his favorite people to quote, who says that this first begins to circulate into, the recitation of Brich Shmei first begins to circulate into the liturgy of taking out the Torah in the earlier part of the 16th century, because Brich Shmei, if you've looked at the translation for sure, it certainly contains these petitions for God's mercy, some of them in very personal ways, that God protect and guard over and provide for me and for my family. It's really taking advantage of this statement of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai that the heavens are open for petition at this time. And by the very end of the 16th century, this began to appear in Sidurim. At first, it was just in Sidurim for Shabbat. After that, it was added as an option for weekdays, Mondays and Thursdays as well. And I'm just quoting from Berliner, but it is, I guess, explicitly labeled as something that only Yechidei Skula, the very elite pious people, would say on Mondays and Thursdays. And now the direct quote: "Ulam tekef miyad." However, immediately, "Ra'u et atzmam kol kahal mitpadalim ki Yechidei Skula." The entire kahal embraced the identity as Yechidei Skula, as the elite pious ones. So everyone starts to say it on Mondays and Thursdays as well. And one of the requests for Rachamim includes opening our hearts to the Torah, but it's not really about the Torah. It's there in the Sidur when we are taking out the Torah explicitly because it's simply an auspicious time for asking for God's mercy and to provide petitions before God of whatever nature. And this is how Brich Shmei wends its way in over the course of the 16th century and spreads from Shabbat to Chol and from Yechidei Skula to everyone. Which brings us tomorrow night to a very interesting development, namely that of the Yud Gimel Midot that we say on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur and Chagim. Like, when did that get in there? Well, it is part of this larger flowering of prayers of Bakashat Rachamim. And we'll talk about that more in its controversial history tomorrow night.
You've been listening to BDJ Daily Torah, a service of B'nai David Judaic Congregation in Los Angeles. To learn more about our synagogue, visit b'naidavid.com.